Why you keep rushing or coming off fast this way for? You're not going to get 20 done before you go this way. Back up.
Man, when it's your first injury, man, it's pretty tough, man.
Speed drill.
My son tore his ACL, Tekao tore his ACL at the beginning of the year in a high school game.
Good warm up, good warm up, good warm up.
Alexandria, Virginia. Virginia allows you to play high school if you're in the 8th grade. If you got a game, so they'll allow you to play high school ball if you're in middle school. And he went to middle school. He was averaging about 17 a game, and 5-6 games into the season, I think it was 6 games, he tore his ACL, which was his first injury. And you get a chance to really look at stuff in a different perspective, man. The recovery coming back, it could be from 4 months to pretty much a year. It just depends on what you do, and you get a chance to see who's really on your side, man. The people that root for you. He had one party from the school and from the coaches, which we appreciate that. Definitely, they all came to his house one time, early on in the process. But, nothing from the AD, nothing to say. They have a facility, swim facility and sports facility right across the street from the school. They didn't make any arrangements to say, hey, when he starts to come back in recovery, we'll take care of this, or no phone calls from them guys. You're pretty much on your own, and even your friends, your friends are down with you, and they don't feel, they feel bad for you, of course, but they go on to play AAU and whatever, and you sit on the sideline and you watch games, and you can't participate, so it's a real lonely process coming back. Working in the gym. Our principal at Hammond, middle school, been fantastic because she gives me the gym. Pretty much any time that I want to get into the gym, and but working out alone and your dad pushing you over top of you, constantly over top of you, and you can only work on certain things. You can only work on ball handling. You can't really, right now we can't go side to side on anything. We can't, he doesn't even have a sports brace on, so everything has to be pretty much forward. But you see everything in a different perspective, and that's why I love this kid, man. I love my son, because, he didn't have his dad influencing. His dad didn't sit on the bench on every team that he was on and make sure that he started and made sure that, played the daddy ball in AAU. And like a lot of some of these other guys that I see even now in 7th, 8th grade, like I say, he was the youngest high school player. He was only 13. He's supposed to be in the 7th grade. He's only 13 and won't be 14 until the end of the year in September. But, he earned his. He started being a catch and shoot guy, and we could shoot outside the gym. Some of the warm-ups we have on this videotape right here is he's taking, people, you really can't see it, but he's taking NBA threes. We don't do a lot of shooting anymore. I think he's fairly decent at that, but today, this is his first time being able to jump, come off the ground a little bit. This is the first day back in the gym where he can actually jump just a little bit, and so I decided to reward him by let's get some NBA threes in, and so he's beyond the arc, another four feet behind the arc, dropping them. That's not going to be a problem in his game. He's going to be able to shoot damn near, once he come across that half court line, he's going to be able to shoot anywhere on that court. And but what we was heavily working on is contact finish, being able to pull up jump shot in a man's face, shooting off the dribble, playing chess when other people are playing checkers, And when he went down with the injury, it just kind of stopped everything. So we have to kind of go back to, what we're limited. We're limited in doing things, so we have to kind of go back to that until we can start moving around. But it's a lonely feeling, man. I feel for him because he doesn't even want to go to a whole bunch of basketball games. He's going to watch a couple of his friends come down from Houston and other place, Jordan, to play, and a couple of guys he likes, A&E, play for New World. He'll go watch those guys and go hang out with those guys. But for the most part, he can't do anything, and so you get depressed. You don't want to hang out. You don't want to go. Very few times does he have buddies that'll come and work out with him in the gym. Now, don't get me wrong, we'll go to our trainer, sometimes Darius, but even then, he's kind of in his feelings because, a lot of the other guys don't, it's a lot of pro ball players and some of the high school elite ball players, and, he's kind of going through the drills like half motion, and so they kind of looking and squatting and, hey, man, this full speed, and they don't know he tore his ACL. One guy said, well, I tore mine too. Well, motherfucker, you ain't paid $30,000 to get that shit fixed like we did, so I don't give a fuck what you did. Right now he's going to take it easy until his father say he can do the next step. But I dig the kid, man. I dig the kid because very humble, man. Might talk a little shit to his buddies. They start telling me he's been talking shit lately, but for the most part, I don't see him. He's not that boisterous kid on the court. He's not, doing more than he can do. And, very unselfish, man, So I like his game all the way around, but we have some things that we got to get better. People always talk about how good their kid is. My kid is pretty good, but there's things that we have to learn, to sharpen up, because the game is not rocket science. If if it's 10 things for you to learn how to do, and you got 7 of them down and pretty tight, you can get your way by. But I have to allow him to grow and get to be introduced to different trainers and different things, because the game has changed since I played. Even though some of the old school stuff still work, ain't nothing changed. And but I think guys they see the jelly roll and all these things that you see on Facebook, and everybody want to be able to do them and such and such. The game has changed. Here it's all about being ranked and whatever the case may be. I don't think my son has been on any rankings, but he played against just about all of the 13-year-old supposedly ranked kids. And I can tell you this, I would not have a problem going with him in any type of situation. A 6-foot point guard who can shoot over the top, who's an 85, 90% free throw shooter, who's unselfish. And if he comes out with 9 assists and 2 points, he's cool because he's been taught to make the right play and don't mind playing defense. Hey, that's a good start. That's a good start. So, as far as I'm concerned, you ain't never got to be ranked. You can be in that situation and come up on a good coach. And a good coach being able to see that and can enhance your game as opposed to take stuff away. He is a shooter. Ain't no question about that. He's definitely a shooter. So 2 guard would be, at this point, at 13, 6 foot, that would be a good position. But don't get it twisted. We're all around ball player, and no height. This is what this is what we do. So lonely days, but when he comes back off of this ACL tear, we're gonna put some wood to some of y'all's asses. This is what it is.